Welcome back to the series. If you're here for the first time, this is a series on a real-world project built with WordPress, BuddyPress, Woocommerce, ES6-based object-oriented JavaScript, Ajax, and lots of custom PHP. In this video, I'll cover how I use Gravity Forms hooks and WooCommerce functions to programmatically assign a user role and a membership plan during a member registration. In this, I also show how to set up and use Gravity Forms debugging. Let's get started. In the last video, I show that how a user comes in, registers through a Gravity form, a multi-page Gravity form, and according to the member's choice of either an athlete or a coach, the form decides which user role to assign them. The initial athlete gets a subscriber role and the coach gets coach's role. And these are all done using Gravity form with a registration add-on. In this video, we're going to follow this route. We're going to go ahead and register a coach member and see how in the back end membership gets assigned, and as soon as the coach logs in, they automatically get full access to restricted content. All right, we start back at the users and let's focus onto just these two users. Forget about these others, those are a result of some other tests, but once I set everything up, these two got created. These guys came in, registered, and automatically got assigned to this stuff. And we're going to go through two proof of concept. One, first let's take this guy. He's a coach and belonging to this membership plan. So we're going to log in and make sure he gets access to restricted content as shown in here. Comes in, registers, logs in, gets access. Okay, so now let's log in as coach 9. Okay, we are here, and this is the chat room that's supposed to be blocked for subscribers and others. Click on here, we have access, we can use, send message to somebody. Well, so this is functional, and this proves that anybody belonging to this membership plan can access the restricted content. Okay, and now the next proof of concept we need to establish is that if we bring in a new coach member, register brand new, and see if they belong to this coach's membership or not. But before we go to the proof of concept, let's analyze the membership plans. So this is the athlete membership plan, and this is the coach's one. And this is the coach's one look like. We have to assign it manual assignment only, not attached to any product or account registration, because we're going to handle them programmatically at the back end using hooks and functions. Also, something to look at here is this kept empty. At this level, we are not letting the plugin decide what to do willy-nilly for everyone. Like for coach and subscriber, only these two kinds are going to register. But if we connect this to account registration, that means it will come in and attach some sort of a membership with every one of them, coach or subscriber. So that's why we decided not to automate, kept it manual. Also, let's look at the restricted content. It's the chat room. We had to do this because in the athlete one, we had chat room and something exclusive to the athlete. This doesn't have anything to do with the coaches, so we don't need that. But this guy is common. So once we block this for everybody else, coaches by default will never get access to this. As you saw just right now, that coaches go in belonging to this membership can easily access this. Just because we blocked it here we had to create another membership plan to unblock this as soon as the coach come in. And that's another reason we have to handle this with code. So let's go to the proof of concept. We have to keep an eye out here. We're going to create coach 10. Okay, so this would be our brand new coach member. Let's go register. You choose coach. Keep it at football, no problem. Submit. Registration successful. Now let's go check, refresh right here. Our brand new coach Woocommerce 10 came in. Username, email, coach's role, coach member type, and the plan assigned. Now let's go to the code that's making it possible. All right, finally we're at the code level. First of all, let's look in the functions file. This is where I'm actually calling that. This is the function in question, asm woocommerce functions.php. And if we go back to the function, this is what it looks like. At the very beginning, something to look at is this hook right here, gform user registered. Let's quickly take a look at the documentation. This is where you find this registration hook. This is attached to the Gravity Form user registration add-on plugin. And this is where they give you the entire description and how to call this. And if you look at here, number 4 means it handles 4 attributes: user ID, feed, entry, and user pass. And there are plenty of examples here as to how to use it. Now let's see how we're using it. All right, so initially we are calling this hook and attaching this function to it. And here is our function with the necessary arguments. The most important one is the user ID and these entries. These entries means these are the fields that specific Gravity Form provides us with. So as soon as this hook kicks in, somebody hits submit in that Gravity registration form, this kicks in, and this 23.3 is the item where we have the user roles assigned. Pretty much this means basically this one, whatever is decided here, the value of this field is stored here, and we'll get much more detail when we go to the debugging part of it. So we are collecting that entry item inside that coach's role, and then this variable we are matching with the result, because that form gives us 2 choices, athlete or coach. So we're saying if this matches with coach, only then go in, and now we have another function called WC membership create user membership. So let's quickly look at the document. You can find it right here, WooCommerce membership function reference, and right here, there you go. This is the function. You'll find all the details and usage data all here. So pretty much what it does is you need to provide it with the plan ID and the current user ID that's being registered, and then send them to this function as args, and this function will assign that membership in question, this one. So that's exactly what we're doing here. Our plan ID is right here, 8741 for the coaches member plan. We're mentioning this plan ID, and this function brings us the registration user ID. So whoever coming in, if they are matching with this logic, which is coach, only then find this membership plan ID and assign this user to that membership. So that's how our coach 10 got this membership plan. Now let's go see how to debug Gravity Form. Alright, so to enable debugging or logging in Gravity Forms, we have to go to the settings and logging, and here we have to enable this, whichever we want. I just did it all. And the result is, let's say we're going to look at the registration add-on log right now because we recently registered someone. So let's go in. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Boom. So right here, we just recently registered coach 10. And here we're seeing all the items, the field items that Gravity Form had. And if we look in the code, these two lines needs to be added because we wanted to see entry and the feed content. We could include user ID, pass, anything like this, and this will show up right here. And remember that item 23.3 that we added in our logic right here, entry 23.3, this is what equals to coach. And that's how this logic is working and enabling only coaches become members in the coaches membership. And that's about it for this video. In the next one, I will try to cover the Stripe payment setup and PayPal Sandbox setup with WooCommerce. Thanks for watching.